What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and joining me for this review of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 9, Ambush in Paradise. So let's get into it. So we finally made it to Karen's white birthday dinner or birthday party or whatever. And right now, Karen and Mia are still salty with one another. So Mia didn't even bother to show up until the very last minute. All the while, her friend Jacqueline had to come down and take over the reins and make sure that everything was situated and everything was flowing for this dinner because Mia said that she was no longer hosting it because of the exchange between her and Karen over Karen going to go see Wendy. So everybody's seated. Mia finally shows up. Obviously, Wendy was not invited. The first thing that they do is they watch the fire performers, and Karen was getting all hot and bothered watching the fire performers do their act. And that was so strange and just so weird that this is what got her going. So Karen had mentioned that Ashley and Candace, it appeared like they were getting along a whole lot better because when they all three went to go see Wendy, it seemed like Candace and Ashley were on much better terms. And both of the women told Karen, not necessarily, we're just at a temporary ceasefire, and that's it. Well, it was extremely temporary because in the very next breath, Ashley brings up how Chris has been threatening her on Twitter. And Candace says, well, he's just not talking about you. He's talking about both you and Giselle. You know, those tweets were directed to both you and Giselle. And Candace said that her husband has the right to express himself on his social media. Obviously, because y'all are saying the most awful things about this man. You're making him out to be a predator. And what is he supposed to be? What is he supposed to do? Just be silent and let y'all attack him all over town, all over the internet. And so Ashley and Giselle were asking Candace, well, what have we said that's not true? What are we lying about? And so Candace was like, I'm not going to entertain your rumors with any thought or with any energy at all. I'm not even going to go into this because y'all are just, saying whatever the hell y'all are saying. Nothing is based in facts. There's no proof. There's no receipts. There's no nothing. It's just y'all hurling false accusations everywhere. So I'm not even going to entertain this conversation. So then Mia says, why do you get so mad when they're coming for your husband, but then you support a woman who came for my husband? How did Wendy come for your husband? Y'all were in a fight, Mia. Y'all were in a brawl. It wasn't like she woke up in the morning and was like, you know what? I think I'm going to tweet that Gordon is sleeping with both men and women. No, y'all were in a fight. Y'all were in a fight. Y'all were hurling insults. Y'all were hurling insults at one another. Y'all nearly came to blows. Y'all were in a fight. So all's fair in war. She can say whatever the hell she wants to say, but we've already talked about this. Mia is just too dense and too thick to understand what really goes down in a fight, especially one that she started herself. So, Candace, she didn't want to give Mia any attention at all. She was just trying to she was basically like, just shut up and leave me alone. And so the women at the table were like, oh, Candace, why are you getting so defensive? And Candace is like, okay, so when I respond, I'm too aggressive. But then when I just want to, ignore it and move on, all of a sudden I'm getting too defensive. I just can't win with y'all. No, Candace, this year you're not going to be able to win with them. This season you're not winning with them because they are hell bent in getting rid of you, your husband, and your best friend Wendy. So the next day they're getting ready for the day, and Mia's getting ready with her friend Jacqueline, and she asks Jacqueline, why the hell is Candace staying in my house when she is a ride or die for Wendy? She should pack her bags and go stay with Wendy at Wendy's hotel. Moving on from there. So just to show how absolutely petty and immature Mia is, for the activities for the day, she has divided the women into two groups. It's going to be the groups that she likes and then the groups that she doesn't like. So with her, it's going to be Karen, Giselle, and Jacqueline. And of course, she's going to include Karen because it's her birthday, but otherwise, I don't think she would have. So it's going to be her, Karen, Giselle, and Jacqueline, and they're going to go ride Lamborghinis. And then Ashley, Robin, Candace, and Charisse are going to go on a boat. So Mia knew exactly what she was doing when she told the other women that they were going on a boat. It was nothing near a boat. It was actually a paddle pub, and it's one of those things where you got to paddle to maneuver the damn thing, and in the middle there's like a little bar or something. Uh, just ridiculous. I mean, she was just so shady for that. Anyways, so um, because Giselle was with Mia and Robin was with the other women, I wonder if Giselle and Robin were experiencing like separation anxiety because they don't do anything without the other. So that must have been really difficult for them to have separate activities. So, in the group with Mia, Karen apologizes to Mia for basically dissing the activity that Mia had planned for her when she went to go see Wendy, because Mia had planned this whole beach thing for Karen and Karen ditched that to go see Wendy. So I guess Karen realized that she was wrong for that, because this whole entire trip was planned for her and centered around the things that she would enjoy doing, I guess. I don't know. So Karen did apologize for that. And I thought that was a good thing, because I also thought that Karen was in the wrong for not going to the activity that Mia had planned for her and instead going to go see Wendy, because she could have gone to see Wendy at any time. But if someone is, going out of their way to do something for you, you should at least show some appreciation and attend. So me and her crew, they are driving the Lambos. The rest go on the paddle pub. And Ashley asks Robin, so what are your wedding plans? Let's talk about your wedding, your upcoming nuptials. What do you plan on doing, etc. So Robin says that we're planning to do something very, very small. Okay, a typical Robin Dixon event. Her wedding is going to be a typical Robin Dixon event, which is going to be very poorly organized, extremely low budget, embarrassing, and I'll be shocked if Juan attends. I'll be extremely shocked if Juan attends his own wedding, because Juan attends absolutely nothing, even the things that Robin has planned. So Robin says we're going to be doing something very small, cheap, low budget, poorly organized. And Ashley asked her, are you going to be eloping? And Robin says, well, I'd rather talk about this around people that actually like me. And so someone has, I don't know who said this, but someone had said, but we do like you, Mia. But, we do like you, Robin. But Robin was, she was done. She wasn't going to talk about it no more. So Candace in her confessional had said that it's really sad to see, because, Wendy was there, right? Oh, I forgot to mention that Wendy was there. They ended up inviting Wendy. I think it was Candace. She ended up inviting Wendy, because they all thought it was going to be a boat. So, Wendy came dressed like she was going to be getting on a very luxurious yacht, but it was just a paddle pub. So Candace said in her confessional that it was really sad to see how Wendy's being ousted and everybody's doing neck rolls dirty work to be mean and to push out Wendy from the group, and she calls Giselle neck roll. So later on that evening, they're all back together at the house. Robin and Giselle were so happy to see each other. I mean, they acted like they had been separated for months. The way that they were hugging all up on each other, and they were all like, oh my God, girl, I missed you. And it was just for maybe at the most a couple of hours. So Robin plays, so while Robin and Giselle are getting ready in their bathroom alone, Robin plays a recording of Candace's Instagram live, where she was just basically, sharing her thoughts about the group. And just basically, and they all do this. They all talk about each other. They all talk about each other horribly in their confessionals. They talk about each other all over the place. But when Candace does it, or if Wendy does it, all of a sudden it's, oh my God, it's a federal case. So she was playing this recording of Candace when she was on her Instagram live, and she's just venting about the women, talking about how they're so fake, and they're fake, they're disloyal, there's no loyalty in the group at all, and they're all just panhandling their little businesses all over the place. And Giselle and Robin, of course, they were just overly exaggerating and being overly dramatic, just to kind of for the effects of it all, because they hate Wendy. They know damn well because they hate Candace. They know damn well that what Candace said, it was like, it wasn't that big of a deal. She wasn't saying, first of all, she wasn't lying. Okay, they are disloyal. They are fake, extremely fake with one another. and they are panhandling their businesses. Okay, they are. It's a figure of speech. They're panhandling their businesses. They're trying to get people, to buy what they're selling or whatever the hell. So they're just like, oh my god, I can't believe she said this. And then here comes Robin, and you know that she was talking about all of us, even though anybody with any sense will know that Candace was not talking about every single lady in the group. She was only targeting, a select few, but maybe she didn't want to say any names. So Robin is like, well, because she was talking about all of us, I'm going to be playing this for all of us. Moving on from there. Oh, and Robin acts like she's just so hurt. She's just so hurt because, she says, I defended Chris, and this is how she talks about me. Robin, she wasn't talking about you. She wasn't talking about you. She wasn't talking about Wendy. She wasn't talking about the people that she's cool with. You know damn well who she was talking about. Robin, why has your ability to reason and use logic and common sense, why has it declined so much this season? What's happening? What's happening? Is the lack of love, the lack of relationship, is that what's like causing your brain cells to just, shrivel up and crumble? I don't understand why you cannot be logical. You weren't logical in the whole Wendy versus Mia brawl. Absolutely illogical in that. The only time that you made the least bit of sense was when you were defending Chris against Giselle and against Ashley. Other than that, girl, you have experienced little to no common sense this season. Okay, where are we at? So Robin and Giselle believe that Candace's words was being applied to everybody, blah, 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 whatever. So then downstairs, Candace asks if Wendy can attend the dinner. She asks Mia, well, can I invite Wendy? And Mia said no. So Ashley says in her confessional, whatever went down between Wendy and Mia, it's over. It's in the past. It's done with. And Mia is on Team Too Much. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a little bit of a side note. Ashley, you know everything about Team Too Much. You are the captain of Team Too Much, because I don't know why when she said that, it just reminded me of those scenes from previous seasons of her and Michael making out and getting intimate with one another and sucking face and all this. And that was way too much for me. That right there was Team Too Much. I don't know what made me think of that, but when she said that, that's what I thought of. So moving on from there, Ashley invites, so they're all at the dinner, they're all at the restaurant, and Ashley takes it upon herself to invite Wendy. So she goes off somewhere by herself and she gets on the phone and she calls Wendy and she tells Wendy, hey, we're having dinner at this restaurant, come and join us. So she comes back to the table and she tells everybody that she invited Wendy because it's Karen's birthday. Wendy is Karen's friend. So why wouldn't Wendy be there? So Mia called her a disrespectful little brat. Then the whole table turned against Ashley, except for Karen and Candace, telling Ashley that, oh, you're being so disrespectful. You should have respected Mia's wishes. And it's up to Mia to give permission or to approve Wendy coming or not. And, Ashley was just like, this is just stupid. This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, whatever. So Wendy shows up, and this is what really hurt my heart, was that when she showed up, she sat down and Ashley said, do the two of you, referring to Mia and Wendy, do the two of you need to have a conversation? And so Wendy started and said that she truly apologized for her choice of words and for aiding and escalating the situation. And Mia completely ignored her because to Mia, it wasn't an apology. It wasn't Wendy saying the actual words, Mia, I'm sorry for saying X, Y, and Z about your husband. So if it was anything less than that, Mia was not going to accept it. So Mia just ignored her. And I'm like, Wendy, number one, why did you do that? Number two, you did that basically for nothing. This girl made a fool out of you because she completely ignored you. Like, if I was Mia, I would not have done it. I would have sat my butt down in that chair and waited for my meal to arrive and enjoyed myself. I would not be apologizing to Mia. The woman threw a drink in my face. Then she threw a purse. Then she acted like she wanted to literally throw blows. Like she really wanted to attack me. I'm not apologizing. Wendy did absolutely nothing wrong, and she did not escalate a damn thing. She was defending herself from a feral cat. That's all that she was doing. She was not escalating, or what did she call it, aiding, or doing any of that stuff. She was trying to ignore Wendy until she couldn't ignore. She was trying to ignore Mia until she couldn't ignore Mia any longer. Then she had to get up and defend herself because Mia was completely out of control. So I hated the fact that Wendy felt the need to apologize. So Robin decides that this is the perfect moment to pull out her Bluetooth speaker and to connect her Wi-Fi to the Bluetooth and play the Instagram live of Candace. So they play the live, and to me, I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. It wasn't like she was revealing any secrets about anybody. She was just expressing her thoughts about this group being fake, and it is the truth. They're all fake. It's the truth. And they are peddling their businesses. It's the truth. Where is the damn lie in what Candace said? So they're trying to like make this into like a damn Dr. Heavenly moment from the from Married to Medicine. You know, like, oh, she's talking about us on her social media and let's confront her. It's nothing like that. It's absolute. When you compare the things that Candace said to the things that Dr. Heavenly says on her YouTube about her castmates, it is night and freaking day. Dr. Heavenly goes for the jugular. This was completely lightweight. To tell she, and also Dr. Heavenly, I mean, she goes for the jugular. She goes beneath the belt, below the belt. She goes for the jugular. She exposes secrets. It's not what, it is not at all like what Candace did. Candace was just giving her thoughts about the women that she works with, nothing more and nothing less. And it's not like worse things have not been said in their confessionals. So, because Candace is siding with Wendy, Robin wants to basically come for her. I can't think of any other reason why Robin would want to do this to Candace, because they were friends. And the only thing that I can think of is because Candace is siding with Wendy, and Wendy called out Robin's relationship for being fake. And that, it really has gotten under Robin's skin. It's like Wendy hit a damn nerve when she said that her relationship with Juan was fake. She hit a nerve, and Robin still has not recovered from that. And there's absolutely nothing to convince us otherwise when your soon-to-be husband doesn't even show up to the events that you plan, Robin. It's one thing if he doesn't show up to other people's events. He doesn't show up to your sorry, poorly constructed, low-budget events to help you out, his future wife and the mother of his kids. So, Candace called this an ambush. Candace said that it didn't apply to Karen, and it probably didn't even apply to Wendy either. Ashley, because when Candace said, well, this doesn't apply to you, Karen, they were worried. Okay. They were worried that Karen might, because they need numbers, right? They need strength in numbers. And so they're trying to get as many people on the dark side as possible to oust, Candace and Wendy. So when they saw that, you know, Karen was kind of teetering, because this is the reason why I think that Giselle has a big problem with Karen being a flip-flopper and riding the fence, because they need her on their side. And whenever Karen is like, well, I see both sides, or I agree with both ladies, they absolutely hate that. So when Candace told Karen, well, I wasn't referring to you when I said that, Ashley very quickly and expeditiously pulled Karen back to the dark side by telling Karen, well, let me tell you what Candace has really been saying about you. She says that you sleep around with other men, that you're out there wilding out in these Potomac streets behind your husband's back. And that really got to Karen. So Karen, I mean, she looked like her head was about to explode. I have never seen Karen look like this. I mean, she looked like she was about to literally explode. And so, you know, she got really upset. It's like, what are you saying about me and my husband? What did you say about? And Candace was trying to defend herself and say, Ashley's lying. She's lying. I never said that. Well, Bravo did what Bravo does best. They pulled out the receipts and they showed when Candace was telling Ashley that she had heard that Karen goes out and meets other men in hotels or whatever the hell she does, just wilding out in these Potomac streets. So, Candace, you did say it. Okay, girl. You said that. And for you to say that Ashley's lying, I don't know. But you did say that. And what really, like, I was kind of like thinking to myself, why would Candace say that knowing that? Because she cannot even use the defense of, well, I told Ashley in confidence. Because you told Ashley in front of an entire camera crew. And you know that this is definitely going to be something that they use on the show. And it's going to be brought up at the reunion. So, like, why are you backpedaling now, Candace? If this is how you feel about Karen, stand 10 toes deep and, stand by what you said. Anywho, so Candace is telling Ashley, okay, blah, blah. So Candace continues to deny it, but you know what? All is not lost, because you would think that after something like this, that they would have all gone their separate ways. They all would have been pissed off at each other. But no, they all went clubbing, minus Giselle. They all decided to go to a club. So they go to a club, they're having a good time, everybody's getting along, even Mia and Wendy are getting along. They show us a clip of Mia and Wendy giving each other a hug. They're getting along that well. I mean, everybody was getting along. But then when they got back in the car to go back to the house, things went left. So in the car, Candace and Robin start going at it. Candace brings up how Robin should not have played that Instagram live in front of everybody else. That if she had a problem with it, she should have come to Candace one-on-one or whatever. And Robin's defense was, you said these things. Okay, you said these things. It doesn't matter that I played it in front of everybody. You said these things. That's the real issue. The issue isn't that I exposed it. The issue is that this is how you see us, and this is what you were saying about us. So they're going at it, cussing each other out. F you, and that's where the episode ended. And that is where I am going to put an end to this review. So what it looks like to me is that they are trying really, really hard to get rid of Wendy. And also, I think with Candace, they can take her or leave her. But they was like, you know what? If we're going to get rid of Wendy, might as well let Candace go too. We might as well kick Candace out as well. And I haven't been like the biggest proponent of these women are colorists. I'm open-minded to that theory, but when I see this, when I see, the light-skinned women and Charisse going after Wendy and Candace so hard like this, yeah, they got rid of Monique. Now they're trying to get rid. Now, I don't know if it's conscious colorism or subconscious colorism. I don't really know, but it is beginning to look a little bit fishy. If it's not colorism, honey, it walks, talks, and smells like it. So I don't know what to say. Like, I just don't understand. And then, I don't know. I don't know. They did a really good job with Wendy, kind of like pushing her to the side, and they're about to do the same thing with Candace, because it's going to come to a point where maybe Candace is not going to, I don't know, she's not going to stand to be around these women and record with them. I don't know. But yeah, it's beginning to kind of look like it. If you didn't believe that it was colorism before, this right here really does make it look like it might be. And like, what reason would they have? Other than, okay, so Wendy calls out Robin and her fake relationship. And of course, Giselle's going to side with that. So then Giselle is going to go work overtime and trying to get rid of Wendy. The hatred against Candace, I don't understand why. I don't understand why exactly Giselle or Robin or maybe this is the exchange that they did. Maybe they were like, maybe Candace, maybe Giselle and Robin were like, hey, we really need to get rid of Candace. We really need to get rid of Wendy, and we need everybody's help. So they bring in Charisse. I guess they're gonna work with Karen, and they need Ashley because Ashley, she don't give a damn. So maybe Ashley was like, well, if you want me to help you, but it can't. But Ashley doesn't want Wendy to go. She wants Candace to go. So maybe she's like, you know what? If you're gonna get rid of Wendy, then I need y'all to help me get rid of Candace. And that's why they're going so hard against Chris. Maybe this is what this is the agreement that they made amongst each other. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. I don't know why they're trying so hard to get rid of Candace other than promising Ashley that's what they were going to do for her if she did something for them. That's my review. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe, and I will definitely talk to you later. Bye.